Got crabs? Hello, I'm Ramon and welcome back to All Scale RC. Here we have the FCX18 Hummer EV. And I know this has been out for a while, but ever since this came out and I got one, I wanted to do the four-wheel steering crab walk conversion on this because the real car comes with four-wheel steering and crab walk, and I really couldn't understand why FMS did not release this with crab walk. It was like a missed opportunity, or they just wanted to save money or whatever. And I did a little bit of research and figured out what I needed to make this into a crab walking FCX18. Now, I ended up buying this one a couple months ago when FMS was having a bunch of sales, so I got the Hummer on sale, and I also bought the axle. The axle right now currently is $27.99, and it does come with your servo. Now, one thing you'll have to do to the servo is you're gonna have to extend the lead, because the lead will not reach from the rear to the front. Motor that comes in this thing is pretty good. It's pretty quick. It has a 2-speed transmission, so I really didn't feel as I need to mess with the motor in this thing. I feel like it's pretty good. Now, your light module / ESC receiver, it's all one combo unit, and I was a little worried about having to possibly change that to do this, but you actually don't. You can actually take your radio and make it control with channel 4 your four-wheel steering, because you can do mixing with this. So let's get into it. This is going to be pretty simple. If you look at your receiver, and in your manual it has it listed as channel 3, but on your radio is actually configured as channel 4. So that's actually where the servo will be plugged into. Let's get this body off and I'll move the camera. Okay, come here, come a little closer. Okay, here's the axle and the servo with the extended lead. I went ahead and popped off the servo saver and made sure my axle was straight. Now there's your light leads here, and basically this wire here has the multiples, so that one's easy to remember. But these two are 2-wire lights, but the difference is that the one that goes right here actually has a is shielded, so that's how you can tell that one apart. Come on. Okay, get that out the way, and now we can get to the car. And here's right here, now you can see in your manual it's listed as channel 3, but right here is where you'll be plugging in your servo, right there, right next to the rest of them. Pay attention to your wires, don't mix it up, but don't mix up with your wires when you're soldering, but you want to plug into there. And let's get this thing done. Okay, let's get the wheels off. The wheels are a 5.5. Oops, thought I had it off. All right, now that side's off. Oh, this is an easy mod so far. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to swap this off, this part of the drive shaft. Wow, that's a long screw. The little screw in here for the drive shaft is a Phillips head. Okay, now this is a good axle. All you have to do is buy yourself another front axle and you could build something else with this. And why not, right? Okay, that one's off. Pop this one on here. It's plastic, so I'm scared to over tighten, but it's on there. Oops. There we go. Come on. All right, make sure you align your universal joints for your axles, like not like that, like this. There we go. See, now they're aligned. That's the way you should have them. Whoops, spun around on me there. But yeah, make sure you align your universal joints. It helps out with vibrations. So you want them both in the same direction. All right, it helps to actually start your screw first, since it's not a larger hole. It is a smaller hole. So start your screw first. It'll make your life easier. Okay, feels like it's going in. Perfect. Yep. Okay, now I'm putting on now I'm screwing in the post that holds the rear link and the shock. Now it looks like it might rub a little, so we might have to clear that up, but we'll see. Okay, there is a little rub right there at where the shock is. It's very minute. I'm going to try to clear it up real fast. So of course my battery died, but there was a little rubbing right here where the shocks are, and I just took a little grinding bit and just shaved a little bit off. Just so there's no binding. Should be okay. It was barely touching. Here, let's put this half of this axle back on here. My hexes and my pins are in there. Put this axle away. That will be for something else. There it is. The only hard part of working on this stuff, the hardware is small, so that's one. Axle's installed, we just need to wire it up, or pretty much zip tie the wire and plug it in. It's more or less what needs to be done. You know what? Let's stick it right in that channel. Let me find a little zip tie. Is there a zip tie in this bit? Yes. Like I said earlier, we're going to plug right into this slot here, which on your manual, it'll say channel 3, but it's actually channel 4. That's plugged in. And I am going to zip tie this wire down. I made my extension a little too long. Yeah, that should be good. All right, let's plug it in. Make sure the servo is working. All right, it's on. It is in neutral, so it won't roll off the table. So in order to get this into a steering mode, you want to hit hold the bind button and hold your channel 4. Now it's in a steering mode. And now to get it into the mixing mode, you want to hold your bind button and click on your steering mode. So now we have 4-wheel steering. Well, now we have crab walk. And if you hold your channel 4 again, now we have rear steering. And if you hold it again, you have to hold it for like a second or two. Oh, we still have rear steering. Hold it a little longer. All right, we're back to front steering. Hold it a little longer. Here we go. Now we have 4-wheel steering. It's a shame it doesn't have any audible beeps to let you know when it actually switches. But there's 4-wheel steering. And hold it again and see what happens. All right, we're back in crab walk. All right, let's plug in the lights and see how this thing does. This is actually an easy, fun mod. I enjoyed this. Hard part is plugging in these stupid little wires. I believe that's where that was. And this one was here. I think the lights are correct. They're on. I took a picture of it, so they're in the right spot. Another thing you might want to do is right here on the back bumper, this little edge, this little corner, I'm going to whack those tips off because it looks like it will rub there. That's pretty good now. It looks like it clears. What's going on here with the lights? Clean this up. So let's take it in the other room, see how it works. So here's crab walk. Now this thing has a lot more power in second gear, so. Now here's just rear wheel steer. All right, front wheel steer. And this should be all wheel steer. Yep, all wheel steer. Look how tight of a turning circle that is. Like the only thing, all right, so that actually worked out pretty good. And that was actually a really fun, easy mod. Especially if you're not used to modding. That was probably one of my easiest. It went together so well. I do recommend anybody doing this one. That was easy. Only thing you want to make sure is you do have to grind a little bit of your hub or where your shock stands mount, where they screw into. You could probably wear that down a little bit there too if you wanted to. You also want to clip the corners of the bottom sides of the bumper to clear for your tires, or you're gonna rub. But aside from that, and extend your servo lead. But that was actually a really fun, easy mod. Now I do notice that your servo saver does hit in the back where your latches are. You can probably notch that if you wanted to for a little bit more clearance. I don't know how much that's actually stopping the articulation of this thing, but you could probably notch that if you wanted to. But other than that, that's a great easy mod. $27.99 for the rear axle with the servo. I definitely recommend it if you have one of these. It's actually great. The only other thing I was thinking of was these things are known for their launch mode, but I'd have to go brushless, and then I'd have to source out a light module or just run the lights direct. But that's another cool thing that would be if this thing actually had a nice launch mode, and this thing would actually really rip. It is quick for what it is. How much faster do you need it to go is 18 scale, and when you have four-wheel steering, it becomes either even harder to go fast in a straight line. So I'll probably just leave it alone. I can't help myself. Sometimes I want to change everything. But that was it. FCX18 Hummer EV with four-wheel steering. So it has crab walk now, just like the real one. And I'll put a link. I'll put my affiliate link for FMS if anybody's interested in picking one of these up, or the axle. Just search for FCX18 axle. You want the steering axle. Use my affiliate link. That helps out the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And give me a like if you can. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.